Welcome everybody to this Time Trials One Try MKDD League match we have today. Our competitors are GoombaNL, the #1 ranked player, the GOAT if you will, versus MegaMatt122, a very solid player in his own right, being ranked 31. And yeah, while MegaMatt is the clear underdog, I think we're in for some good matches, folks. And our bans are Goomba's banning Daisy Cruiser, as always. And MegaMatt is banning Dino Jungle. And we are getting into our first match pretty soon here on Mario Circuit, which is Goomba's pick, as he is the higher ranked person he gets to pick first. And here we go. Just gonna sync up the streams really quick and I'll be off. Alright, so MegaMatt almost touching that grass, having to hold that MT around that first corner. But very nice, tight chain chomp curve there. Luckily in time trials the chain chomp won't lunge out at you, so there's not as much fear there. Goombas will be avoided. Both players with very nice openers. Matt only 0.2 behind. Ooh, going a bit wide into that shroom on Matt's side though. Goomba's shroom looking nice. Not much slowdown on that grass coming out of it. Ooh. Those lap 2 Goombas are much tougher when you're a high level player. Usually they're not that tough. But they did avoid them. Oh, and the grass for Matt. He was playing so solid until then. That's unfortunate. Oh, the tree. No. That's about gonna do it for Matt. But Goomba, of course, you know, very, very solid player. Don't expect too many mistakes to come out for him for this whole match. Casual 127. It'll be interesting to see Matthew's thought process on picking his next tracks. He's going into LC next. Perhaps he's taking out some safer tracks first to sort of warm up a little bit more, and then who knows, maybe when Goomba is facing the pressure of like, because Goomba, he wants to 13-0 most of these matches because theoretically he can. So maybe in later matches when he's like, okay, I gotta, you know, clutch out this 13-0 sweep, he may choke on the riskier tracks and then, you know, ruin that. And any point against Goomba Matt gets here is huge in this league standing, so honestly, I think he can do it. Ooh. Almost missing that zipper on Goomba's head. A bit wider on that ending turn from Matt. Apparently Goomba was warming up on this track before this and was like on record pace, he believes, so he's pretty warm here. It's not to say some grass touchage isn't possible. Oh no, not for Matt though. I might have just jinxed Matt. Commentator's curse. Dropped in T. It's gonna be hard to come back from. It does make a huge difference with how wide you go on that U-turn with all the sideways boost. But it is pretty risky. If you go even a little bit too close, you'll be stuck in that dirt for a bit. Okay, let's see where Matt will decide to go next. Maybe more safe tracks? Oh, definitely safe. Going to Peach Beach. Maybe just gonna follow the usual track order. It's possible. As they are gonna have to play 13 tracks, they're gonna have to do almost everything anyway, so I don't see why not. So again, Goomba with the world record here. MegaMatt with a very low as can be 108 PR. He has a 108.002. And as he is a, you know, pretty dang consistent high-level player, we could see a 108 from him here as well. Oh, Goomba had to get some water. That's what the delay here was. I just realized that. Stay hydrated, folks. Hydration is key to going fast. Like half of speedrunning is, you know, your execution and practice and mindset. Other half is staying hydrated. Believe me. Makes all the difference. You don't, however, want to stay hydrated on the water in Peach Beach, though. That would not be good. That would slow you down when the tide comes in. Okay, Goomba's first corner a bit tighter, I think. Only a bit, though. MegaMatt playing it fairly safe on that pink rock corner, but still on pretty solid pace. 108 pace, dare I add. Pretty significantly wider on that second turn for MegaMatt. The second turn is notoriously much more difficult to go tight on than the first one, because you kind of gotta like improvise setting it up, whereas the first lap setup is pretty telegraphed. Yeah, Goomba's gonna have to really make a major mistake to fall behind here. On the pace he's on, you know, the tide is gonna be there. Inevitably. And yeah, Goomba coming out, casual 107. But still, a sub 110 for MegaMatt, respectable. Better than I could do, I can assure you. And so far, yeah, MegaMatt just going straight off in the track order. Next up with Davy Park. I think he is opting to go for this intended order strategy. If it is a strategy at all, I don't really know. So I think Goomba, you know, there is a likely chance that Matt could take this one. Keep your eyes peeled, because Goomba is probably going to go for the very risky sideways movement, which is very tough to get consistently. So if he hits a corner somewhere, it's going to be hard to recover from. Matt doing the 8MT strategy, which is pretty advanced in its own right, to, you know, have proper spacing and also get all the MTs out each lap and not drop one like he just did right there. Oh no! Dropped MTs are pretty huge in this track. Oh, another one coming out. So far, Goomba not messing up, from what I could see. It's actually possible to get sub 9-second laps with this strategy, but he's playing it relatively safe. Getting, you know, 9.0s. Still insane, but, you know. He's just not messing up either. And then the shroom lap, arguably easier than the non-shroom laps. Yeah. Just doing 103, you know, easy 103. Because he's Goomba. But, you know, 105 for MegaMatt. Nothing to shake a stick at. Oh, what's this? MegaMatt's breaking up the order. He is going to Mushroom Bridge. Maybe he's just not feeling dry. I don't know. I'm a little surprised by that. He's a loose cannon, folks. Skipping a track in the order he was going for? What is this? And of course, Goomba being the only person to attain a 117 in this track pretty recently. But MegaMatt, this is one of his stronger tracks as well. He has a 118. So, and we've seen Goomba lose here in the past in this tournament. All it takes is one unfortunate car hit, which any player could fall victim to at any point. So far, looking solid on both sides. Only a 0.3 difference after that first lap. Mushroom coming out. A single dropped MT on this railing could be huge. You could lose all your speed, but so far they're getting it just fine. Goomba taking another 0.3 on that lap. Only a 0.6 difference. Not uncomebackable. But Matt's gonna have to work for it for sure. Man, just solid play on both sides. Goomba just a little bit of an edge though. Just kidding, that 118. MegaMatt with almost the sub 120. A very solid one-track time, but, you know, not enough to beat #1 ranked player Goomba, unfortunately. Gonna be 5-0 so far. MegaMatt going to Waluigi Stadium. I guess still technically going in order aside from skipping Dry Desert because Goomba banned Daisy Cruiser. They'd already played Mario Circuit, and yeah, you know how it goes when you're playing the tracks in order. This is probably the riskiest track we've seen so far. A very bumpy track. You can lose a lot of time for silly mistakes. Like that for Matt. You did not want to do that. Not the start he wants. He's risking the fire and he gets through it. But Goomba is going to have to hit a fireball or something for him to come back. Hugging that piranha plant really tight. He knows that cycle. And he's going to be all the way in his pipe. Getting stuck behind a piranha plant, perhaps the biggest mistake he can make here aside from falling off on that one ramp. Let's see, so Goomba's used both of his shrooms, and so has Matt. They're going to both be doing mud skip. Oh, on the fireball from Matt. Looking like it's a little bit over. But yeah, both players going to have to do mud skip on lap 3. Much more difficult and inconsistent than just using a shroom, but should be no problem for these players. You can see Goomba doing it pretty solid. More crazy airtime from Matt. Not what you want. Airtime is very slow in this game. You just want to avoid it at all costs. More fire. Yeah, okay. I'm assuming we're going to be seeing Sherbetland next, as we are. Yep. MegaMatt going to Sherbetland. Sticking to his guns, going in order. But, you know, considering he is doing that order, we are going to see more of the risky tracks toward the end. Which, again, Goomba with that 13-0 pressure, could easily choke on, so who knows? Stay tuned. But yeah, we're on match point. For Goomba to take the 5 bonus points if he gets the 7 first. We'll see if any rogue Shy Guys are coming out to play right now. Oh, MegaMatt missing the start boost. I feel like maybe his mentality is a little shook right now with this tough competition. Although missing a start boost is not too bad of a setback. The only problem is that it might mess up his cycles. But we'll see if it really does that or not. He's still nailing that sideways movement. But a significant lead on Goomba's side. Goomba making it through those Shy Guys. Oh, Matt almost making it through, but those red guys he did not expect because of his slower than usual cycle. Going ahead and shrooming this lap. Both players doing that. Oh, and Matt, not an ideal ending to that shroom. Oh no, we. Yeah, I think honestly, if Matt just gets more into like a positive mindset, and you know, Goomba is human, even though he did get a 114, a low 114 SL like that. I've still got faith in Matt, but Goomba will take this match. Matt on a quest to see whatever points he can get here still. These will be huge. We're still going in order except for skipping Dry Desert. Mushroom City is next. Another track where, you know, getting a little bit behind could really mess up your cycles and sort of domino into more mistakes, which we hopefully won't see for MegaMatt. I just want to see some solid play, to be honest. I love some solid double dash gameplay. Goomba doing the left MCD there, being able to hug that wall a little bit better. Matt falling a little bit behind on that section leading into that corner. Going a bit wide on that. Goomba dropping it into T by that hole. But still low 32 lap. Very nice start, of course. This is, I think, Goomba's favorite track, if not one of his top 3. So he feels super comfortable here. Yeah, Matt having a bit of a mess on that part. Goomba with no fear going on the right side of that truck. He knows if he falls in that hole, he could easily lose this, but you know, just no fear. Sticking to his lines. Although lap 3 ending cars can be a bit tricky. But yeah. No problem for Goomba. And then Matt gets around him, so still getting the sub 140. And we are, of course, going to Yoshi's Circuit. Keeping that track order, y'all. I'm gonna assume Goomba's gonna be lame and not do the YOLO, shroomless skip. MegaMatt might opt to go for it because he knows he's going to make up whatever time he can to win this race. Well, Goomba will either not do it or do it lap 3, I believe. But he probably won't because I think he said he feels most comfortable doing it on lap 1. Yeah, there's no way he's doing it. MegaMatt will probably do it lap 3. Some dropped MTs. Some grass. Looking pretty even, except MegaMatt down to Shroom, and Shrooms are pretty significant on this track. I've still got plenty of faith in Matt, though, believe me. If he nails that YOLO, he'll still win this race in my heart. And he's not doing it, no. No YOLO for the fans, unfortunately. Although I can't blame him. It is, it's called YOLO for a reason. I don't even know how to do it yet, so I got no room to talk. Well, I know how to do it, I just don't go for it yet. And there's Goomba with the 141. 145 from Matt. Keeping it respectable. Still on that intended track order streak with DKM next. The riskiest track we've seen thus far. Although I don't believe we've seen Goomba really mess up here at all this tournament. I could be wrong, but I don't think he has really messed up here. Not to say it can't happen right now, yo. But yeah. We'll just see what happens. This is always an interesting track to watch. A lot of mayhem can go down here. On DK Mountain, you never know. It can be a bumpy ride. If your lines are just a little bit off. And then sometimes you just have like the mountain of your life and you just manage to avoid every little bump. And MegaMatt had some good lines there, even doing the MT leading in to the shortcut setup. Oh, but the fall, not what you want to see, folks. We'll just have to see if Goomba falls, and I mean, Matt did use one shroom, so didn't lose all of the shrooms at least, but that will be a pretty major setback. Just a reminder that the bands were Daisy Cruiser and... What did MegaMatt ban again? My mind's blank. DDJ, he banned DDJ, that's right. Yeah. Goomba still staying on the track, which is, you know, the biggest factor of DKM, perhaps. Doing 3 MTs to the right, 2 to the left, even charging that one. Not really getting it off, but you know. He can still just play it safe and, you know. He could play it safe, but he's still doing all the A-list MTs into the bridge. Kaji 144. Would have been somewhat I mean, he fell again. Alright. I think he might have just been mentally done after the first fall, to be fair. But here we go. Into the Special Cup Wario Coliseum. A fan favorite, I think. It's a pretty good track. But yeah. This could be a crazy call, but I think our last 3 tracks might just be Wario, Bowser, and Rainbow Road. I'd put money on that. Dropping the first MT for MegaMatt. However, the biggest deal breaker here, assuming they're playing solidly the whole way, will be how well they get the R-Tech on the spiral. A very tight R-Tech hugging the inside of the spiral can be like a huge time save. Decent from Goomba. Honestly, you know, pretty solid on both sides, I think. I didn't really look at Matt's too much, but... well, Goomba has a bit of a lead, maybe it was a bit better. Apparently Goomba has been practicing more of the R-Tech tracks recently. Playing a lot of Rainbow Road and such, which also has some R-Tech. Smooth A-Tech, very chokeable, but MegaMatt making it look like it's nothing because he's epic Canadian man. I don't know. He's the best Canadian player in the world. I'll tell you that. Fun fact, fun trivia about MegaMatt. You know, only like a second and a half behind. More R-Tech coming up. Let's look at MegaMatt here. No, getting stuck. Not the ideal thing you want to do there, unfortunately. But hey, if Goomba drops an MC at the wrong time, he could fall off. It's always possible. I think he's pretty comfortable with the smooth A-Tech at the end, though. Hugging that side with no fear. And 157. Solid. Holy crap. Yo, so far, I'm calling it. Bowser's Castle next. If Rainbow Road's last, that's the ultimate read, right? Yeah, no, yeah, no? Okay. Anyway, Bowser Castle. I'm curious to see if Goomba goes for the riskier R-Tech corners on this track or just plays it safe. Either way, another track where if you get off your cycles and whatnot, you could easily fall in somewhere or hit a thwomp or something. I don't know, it could happen. We'll just have to see. Oh, that dropped in T gonna cause Matt to get stuck for a bit. The race has only just started though. There's a lot to go. A lot that can go wrong here. Goomba getting through those flames with an extra MT to boot. I mean, I know it's standard for like a high-level player, but extra for me. A scrub, if you will. But you know, aside from that stuck at the beginning, MegaMatt, keeping up pretty well. The 47 opener uses a shroom already. Actually, both players already shroomed. MegaMatt should be able to beat this thwomp. Yes, he does. It's a pretty key cycle. That final thwomp. Oh, another stuck. Reminiscent of the second lap of Wario. Oh, and Matt going a little bit too ambitious on that corner. Just a bit ambitious, going a bit tight. Ah, so many stucks. So little time. It's all up to Goomba to choke or something. I don't know. It's possible. I've seen it before. Unfortunately, there is no center lane that Matt was trying to go on. I've tried that before. Believe me, I've tried. I'm like, yo, maybe there's like a center lane that'll open up right here. Never does, though. It really sucks. They're just gonna finish up strong here, I guess. Goomba, I think on sub 220 pace. 218. Not too shabby. Yeah, not the time MegaMatt wanted, but you know, his final chance to take a point off of Goomba. We got Rainbow Road, notorious falling off track. As I experienced last night, I just could not stay on this track. It happens. Happens to the best of us. Rank 1 Goomba versus rank 31 MegaMatt. Let's see that upset on this final point. That'd be something. Alright, very, very similar looking starts. I'm assuming that Goomba will go for... So you see Goomba there, he actually goes on the right side of that zipper to fall off. And that allows him to actually charge a mid-air MT and gain a little bit more speed off of that drop-off. Which could be the edge that he needs over MegaMatt. Got a bit of a lead into this first elevator. There is some tech to the elevator, little known fact. You gotta tap up at certain times to avoid bouncing on that zipper when you land. And also land in a favorable position. MegaMatt probably gonna shroom here. Yes, he does. Decent R tech. Not going wide. Could have been tighter, but you know. No getting stuck at least. You hate to see the getting stuck. Which has been plaguing Matt, unfortunately, in some races. Goomba, a shroom up and a lead up, however. Still half of the track to go, though. I gotta say, like, even though Goomba, you know, we expect him to play solidly, I think out of any match I've seen so far, this is the most untouchable I've ever seen Goomba play. I think every single track, he's gone like at least myth on, if not God, every single time. It's just, he is not messing up today. Oh, and Matt, I wasn't really looking, but something happened there. Bringing out the 102 lap, unfortunately. But hey, you know, it's the small victory every time you get through this track not falling off. IMO. In my humble O. MegaMatt just going a little too tight for that one zipper. Goomba just on. Yeah, I think that's a wrap, y'all. Goomba with another 13-0 sweep of this tournament. Just making it look like nothing out here. That will do it for this match. Very solid play overall from both players. I really got... What else can I say? Bringing the racers now, I guess. Hello, MegaMatt.
Hey.
Hey, yeah.
Yo, congrats on another sweep, Goomba.
Yo, thanks, Jay.
What was your mindset during this whole race experience against the #1 ranked player, MegaMatt?
Just play.
Just play. That's what I'd say too. You know, I noticed you really had no rhyme or reason. So your track pick just kind of went in order, quite literally.
Yeah.
And I respect it. I gotta say. Really, like there were no major mistakes on any track for Goomba. I don't think that's the most solid I think I've ever seen you play.
I mean, it went pretty well. I made a few like minor mistakes, but I was
You
able
like
to save
one
them
drop
most of the
to
time. Nah, I dropped a bunch more. Like, actually, I think the DKM was the most sketchy for me. But
Yeah, maybe a 144. You know,
yeah, I
not
mean,
even
I managed
143.
to not fall, which I was happy about.
That's always a victory. Yeah, for sure. But you know, it was still fun to watch overall. I'd say.
All right, cool.
If there's, are there any more things either player wanted to throw out there?
No, that's it. GG's.
Okay, well, we are going to head into our next GSA events. Let me check the schedule. I think something's coming up pretty soon. Yeah, we do have some SM64 coming up between Ouija and D whatever, followed by some Odyssey and more 64. And then late in the night, more Double Dash goodness between Toast Rider and Ultimark. Should be a very good match.
Oh yeah.
That'll be a close one for sure. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it. This has been Average Trey commentating, and I'm gonna sign out. Peace.